Hey everyone out there in the vinyl community, it's Loonacy here. Back with another video. Second one in a couple days. Trying to catch up on all the stuff that I haven't shown in a long time since I had such a long break, but thought I'd get on here and show a few. This isn't quite as exciting as the last set that I showed, but there's still some good stuff in there. A little bit different than I normally pick, but you know, still pretty good finds. Most of the stuff is used, a few new, but pretty cheap, easy to find stuff, so thought I'd give it a show here. In the background, Stone Temple Pilots Purple. Really good album. Actually, it's pretty difficult to find. I think you can see it's on purple vinyl here, obviously. And pretty difficult to find original. It's the original pressing, but it's got the little notch. There's a little notch cut out right there, but other than that, it's in pretty good shape. The vinyl looks okay, but it plays pretty darn good, so I was glad to have it. It's kind of hard to find Stone Temple Pilot stuff, as most of you know. So I'll just dive right into it. I found a couple of these items in the dollar bin, or maybe a couple dollars at the most for these, so, and I basically just blind grabbed these. This is REO Speedwagon. You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. I don't know much about this album at all. I don't know if I haven't even listened to it, to be honest. Don't know if it's any good or not, but it was like $2, so you know, it was in good shape, so I couldn't pass it up. Never know. Ted Nugent, Free For All. This I do know, obviously, and have heard. This one was $1, and it was a little bit, had some ring wear on both sides, and was a little bit, the cover was a little bit beat up, but the vinyl was in great shape. Somebody actually wrote their name on it, which, you know, what can you do? But for $1, can't pass it up. Next one I have is, I might have shown this already. I can't remember if I've shown this or not, but if I have, I apologize. If I haven't, go get it. It's excellent. Japan Droids, Celebration Rock. I may have shown this already now that I think about it, but oh well. This is on white vinyl, pure white vinyl. Excellent album. I don't know how to describe their music. I don't know. I really don't. It's just pop rock, basically, but good. It's actually really, really good. I enjoyed this. I've listened to it many, many times. Check it out if you don't know them. Japan Droids. Aerosmith, Greatest Hits. Most people have all this stuff, you know. As me not being into vinyl collecting as long as most people on here, some of these essentials, you know, when I find them, I just pick them up. This one was in great shape, had a little ring wear, but, you know, definitely worth buying and was cheap, so I picked it up. Same goes for the next one. Billy Joel, Piano Man, and I know I've shown quite a few other Billy Joel. I picked up maybe 3 or 4, right back to back at Goodwill for like $2 over and over, but I could never find Piano Man. I could just never find a decent copy that, because it's a kind of a black, well, not really dark black, but darkish gray black cover, and it was just destroyed with ring wear normally, but this one was in pretty darn good shape for a couple bucks. Had to pick it up. Everybody knows I don't need to explain it much, but pretty good album. The next one, some of these I actually grabbed because my wife likes these bands, and I turned out actually kind of liking them myself. This one is Vampire Weekend, Modern Vampires of the City is the title. I don't know it very well. I've listened to it. It's okay. It's not wonderful or exciting, but somebody had already returned it. It was used for like $8 or $7 or something. It was really inexpensive for, I think this came out this year. It came out in 2013, so it was okay. Not great, not something that I normally listen to, but it's worth a listen. It's not horrible. Elton John, Don't Shoot Me. I have a couple copies of this. Don't Shoot Me, I'm only the piano player, I guess, the full time. Most people know it. Most people have heard it. It's got Crocodile Rock, the song Crocodile Rock, which is pretty popular. Daniel, you know, a few others. That, I have, my other copy is just ring wear and beat up, and whenever I see Elton John stuff, it's usually pretty damaged and pretty beat up, but I was surprised to see that this had just the very slightest bit of ring wear. You might be able to see it right here. nothing to worry about. Vinyl was mint condition, so I had to pick it up. Good album. I like it. The next is Radio Moscow. This is an interesting album. I actually kind of like. This is called 3 3/4. And I think he's only, Radio Moscow, this band only has a few albums out. I think maybe 4 albums out. And I don't know much about them other than I like the music. It's a little bit kind of, I don't know how to say it. It's staticky rock, kind of Black Keys-y, like Japan Droids kind of rock, pop rock-ish. This one isn't my favorite of the ones that he has out, but it's okay. It's pretty good. I've really been looking for him used and had a lot of trouble finding them used. I was lucky to find it. Radio Moscow. Pretty good all in all. There's another pickup that originally I saw my wife might like, and I actually really like this album. This is Free Energy Love Sign. This, gosh, I don't know anything about him other than she liked him and I picked it up because I found it used. Kind of a generic inside cover. And actually, for like a poppy rock, man, I'm really losing my metal cred here, to be honest with you, showing this stuff. This one and the next one especially, because they're very much pop rock. They're kind of, I don't even know how to describe it compared to what I normally listen to. This isn't an everyday spin for me by any means, but it was, from start to finish, I actually really enjoyed it. It was kind of moodish music, upbeat, but had to be in the right mood to listen to it. But it was actually pretty good, in my opinion, of course. I enjoyed it, actually. This is Cold War Kids. This is again kind of like pop rock. This is Dear Miss Lonely Hearts. And I think this was also this year. This was also 2013. Actually, Free Energy was also this this year. So they're really recent. This was okay. I like these because they all come with digital downloads. I really like the albums that come with digital downloads. So all the new stuff, I really like that because sometimes listening on the go, it sure is nice to have on your iPod or your iPhone or whatever you're listening to it on. This album's okay. It's all in that same vein of what I just showed, Free Energy, Japan Droids, Radio Moscow, all that kind of poppy, upbeat rock feel to it. Not great, but not horrible. You know, I would definitely check them out, but don't know that I'd go run out and buy it. But if you don't know them or don't like them, but I enjoyed it. It was not bad. Last one I'm going to show is Witch Mountain. And this came out this year also. I just got this Cauldron of the Wild. Actually, I think it just came out maybe last month. And these guys are from Oregon. I believe they're from Salem, Oregon. And I don't know if I can find it, but I definitely have another one of theirs. I think they only have 2 albums. Can't find it, but their first album, or the other one that I have, their earlier album, is much better. This is definitely different than what I've been showing. This is doom metal, sludge metal, kind of slow riffs, very moody, deep riffs on the guitars. This comes on purple vinyl. It's got a female lead singer. I personally think she has a pretty darn good voice. I like the sound of her voice, but sometimes the lyrics are just a little bit out there for me. The guitar and stuff is great on these. I like that really doomy sludge, kind of slow, heavy, right to your bone kind of riff. I like those, and this definitely had that on it. It just didn't have the rest of it. Just didn't really lyrically. It didn't do it for me this time, and I just didn't feel it as much as normal. Most people probably don't know about this band because they're kind of local, kind of known around this area. Their first album is really good. Maybe I'll put a picture of it up here somewhere to show you which one I'm talking about. It's actually much better and definitely worth a listen. This one is okay. I'm not sad that I bought it, but it's not the greatest thing in the world. that's just a quick view of a little bit more of that I have. I have other stuff to show. I have other stuff coming in the mail still, just like everybody else out there. I want to keep the videos coming. I'd like to do a couple spotlight videos on bands that I like also and kind of show what I have of them and keep the videos going. But until next time, see you later.